as you say, peace is the imperative now for all moral people, I would think. And Trump, while he's said many wrong or crude things, he's also always said he just wants people to stop dying. And it seems to me that's a more civilized position than a lot of voices in Europe about the Ukraine war.
Well, actually, yes. I mean, it's something that actually has really, really, I find really striking and makes me very indignant and angry. Actually, is people who are willing to fight to the last drop of someone else's blood. And I think that's pretty universal for European politicians. Is paying lip service and signaling their virtue by saying, we must fight Ukraine we must give Ukraine everything they need. What they need is for you personally to go there, sign up and fight. That's what they need. They need bodies. If you think that, if you want to give them what they need, give them yourself. I mean, sorry, this sounds like specious, but I mean, frankly, the major problem with Ukraine is, I mean, they have a problem with ammunition and guns and armor and so on. But actually, it's primarily they're burning through manpower, and actually a major part of the government's credibility is being burned up by this sort of steady drumbeat, increasing drumbeat of sort of press gang type sort of forcible recruitments, which is actually quite, it's hard to assess how damaging it is. But let's say conservatively, for a significant section of Ukrainian society, they find the fact that they are they can't go out on the streets, or they're terrified of having their husbands and fathers essentially sort of snatched off the street by these violent gangs and forced into recruitment centers, often to have bribes extracted, by the way. I mean, there have been several reports, even including most lately last week, of people like being beaten to death in Ukrainian recruitment centers for allegedly refusing to give a bribe to the recruitment officer to let them off. I mean, that's so I think that there's a major disconnect between the reality of Ukrainians who I think are getting very frustrated with the stalemate and would just want it to end, and the European politicians who, for essentially sort of ideological reasons, just continue to push the Ukrainians to fight and fight and fight.